Season 3 starts a year after season 2's finale. So what has happened to both Rachel and Joe during all this time, and how much can we expect them to grow in new directions in the new season?
Well, Rachel's gone to Berkeley to try to become a writer and very quickly realizes that she hates it and she's bad at it. So the season sort of sees her trying to figure out what she actually wants to do with her life, what she's good at, and how she navigates her feelings around all of that. And then Joe.
Joe. Okay, season 1 we see that Joe's addicted to power. Season 2 we watch that power and that drive for power crash and burn. And so then between season 2 and 3, she's really wrestled with trying to be reformed and figure out a way to continue working but not be quite so power hungry, which is kind of impossible for Joe. So now she's more invested on working with David and trying to do the best to help David out. But she can't completely tamper down the chaos, so that's still going to come flying through her no matter what.
Yeah, and something interesting about your characters is that in particular, Joe seems to be more open to friendship. She even appears a little bit human in this season.
Right.
And Rachel looks like she maybe can put aside her principles. I'm not going to say anything about the plot.
Right.
So how has it been for you to play these kind of different versions of your characters?
It's been really great. I mean, I think the benefit of having multiple seasons is that you want to see the characters be who they are, but then also learn more about them. And this season in particular has been a joy for me because I think it's a really fun turn for my character to not have to be so stringently, always crusading, and to have a complication and a tension that goes against what she believes she should be. And it's also been fun writing and watching Jessie get to bring more vulnerability out of Joe.
Yeah, we see a softer side of Joe. It's still not normal. There's nothing about this girl that's normal, but we watch what it's like for Joe to try to make friends. She goes to a brunch and she's like an alien at brunch. She's never been to brunch before, and she's looking around the restaurant being like, don't these people have jobs? And then we see, her equivalent of the way that she unwinds is significantly more aggressive, but makes us all bond, which is very fun.
And in this season, like in the previous 2, there's a flashback episode, which has become kind of the hallmark of the show. So I wanted to know that if a flashback episode was made, a backstory episode was made about your characters, what do you think that we would discover about them?
Oh, that's so interesting. Well, you have like a whole backstory.
I have a lot. I have a lot figured out about Joe. But like a great challenge as an actor is figuring that out and then being able to throw it away the second you get a line that discredits the backstory you wrote for yourself. But the working backstory right now is that Joe, she was born like 7th in her family to a bunch of boys. Her family never wanted a girl, so immediately they're just like, oh, you're the runt of the litter. And then she goes to an all-boys military academy because her dad wants her to butch up. And she was top of her class, of course, and then she ghosted her whole family because they never loved her or whatever. We can fill in the blanks. We don't have to get too detailed. I know we only got 4 minutes. And so, yeah, I imagine we'd probably get to see some of the situation at home or maybe some of her friends from military academy.
I think for Rachel, it'd be fun to see when she first came out to her mom. I imagine Rachel being having a single mother and being the only child and being sort of her mother's pride and joy, and being gay being a little bit of a complication to that. So I think it would be fun to see that sort of storyline for her.
Okay, thank you so much and congrats for the show.
Thank you.